Wow, welcome back to the one and only MICPT Reading Circle podcast. Oh my goodness, I have great news here. The one and only The Box, written by Dr. Steve-O, is in store now. And you know, this book is illustrated by Sophia Brown. I have to tell you, this is another beautiful book. Yes, she is definitely a children's book illustrator, and you could tell by the pictures that she loves bringing stories to life. And like is you can see on from the book when you come to the Made in Compton store or the video, absolutely that I'll put in the description. Do know, yes, the colors are very warm. There's expressive artwork, and it just looks like indeed she enjoys creating magical moments that help children connect with stories in a fun and meaningful way. And she can be contacted for your book to illustrate your book or books. Sophia Brown L 264 at gmail.com. All right. And then there's a fiverr.com /s /PD capital K or uppercase K OQYY. All right. Just know that. Thank you. Shout out to Dr. Steve O. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Absolutely. You are doing a phenomenal job. You and one and only Harley. Yes, indeed. This is so precious. I mean, the first thing you see is the title of the book and the cover, and you just hold it and you flip up the wrist and you peek at the back of the book. It definitely you want to turn the first page and voila, you see an by autographs by Dr. Stevo, and Harley's pretty cool. Yes, indeed. So just with that in mind, it's like the Compton in the box. I tell you, the box by Dr. Stevo. He is so cool. And with that in mind, because I know that people are interested about the author. So this is very great that I'm just able to read the back of this book. I mean, he has more books coming up. I'm looking forward to the next book as well because he always sends an excerpt. It's like always an and one with Dr. Steve on his books, so it's pretty cool. So just know that it's Dr. Stephen C. Smith, and who we call Dr. Steve O, and he is an educator, storyteller, and proud dad who loves turning everyday family moments into meaningful learning adventures. When he isn't teaching college students or designing creative learning experiences, you can find him in the kitchen cooking with his family, especially his daughter, the inspiration behind Chef Harley. So, blending his passions for culture, food, and education, Dr. Steve-O created this book to help children explore the world through stories, traditions, and a bit of imagination. He hopes this book, a part of Harley's Adventure series, inspires young readers to be curious, celebrate their heritage, and discover the joy of learning together. And I want to know, we can give you a round of applause there. Turn that off. Doctors, Steve-O. Beautiful Harley. Chef Harley. All right, so with that in mind, when you turn the page to get introduced to it, I just want you to know, oh my goodness, it is very warm. The warm coloring and the illustration just invites you into the kitchen. And just to see all the love and the way the eyes are colored and painted. It just really shares such a and the glow, the hue, it really shows a lot of love. So I'm just gonna turn a few pages here and just to give you all just like a walkthrough, like you said. There are different events that take place in the story. Oh my goodness, there's a beautiful castle. Oh my goodness, Chef Harley is in the maybe their living room with the actual bakery stand, so I never know Dr. Steve-O may have built it. But it's just so really neat how you see how, yes, like he says, everyday life, and they're celebrating each moment. So it's pretty cool, very cool actually. And going forward here in the book, now this book here, oh, look how fun is that? Somebody's there's the Bronx right there. Somebody's doing some of those handstands, and you see an old school radio. Look like I had one of those. Absolutely. Remember with the tape cassette or the tape deck? Oh, cassette tapes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, a long time ago. But know that there are exercises that you can do with your child in the back of the book. And if there's a child that just loves fun books such as these, family oriented books, then you already know how to decorate a bakery and, use the cardboard boxes around the house and so forth to create all these activities here. So very excited about sharing with you, and you can look for The Box, written by Dr. Stevo. Yes, you can follow him as well. I know he has to have his email here, and it is actually is www.drstevo.com for other books by Dr. Stevo. You can visit there, and I'll put that in the description as well. But it's so neat. I just love to turn the pages of the book, and just a reminder, the upper right hand corner of the book, and it keeps the pages really neat, makes it easy to go back to share with someone a book, your book, and there's questions at the end of the book. I'll just read one of them. How does imagination make the story more fun? Yeah, how about that? And there is also a Harley Builder certificate in the back of the book. That's really cool. Yeah, so definitely you want to check out, if you haven't got a chance to see the other books, know that you can do that. And if you come by the Made in Compton store, there's actually a QR code too for Chef Harley's, the latest book that we had in the store too. But for other books by Dr. Stevo, once again, visit www.drstevo, and that is STEVO.com. Very rich book. It's very nice, and it is like the size of paper, standard paper. Just about that size. Absolutely, just so you know, it is a wonderful book to hold and a wonderful book for you to view and just embody the whole scenery, and you will definitely be amazed. I don't want to read his book and like go on his website, but check it out and absolutely support Dr. Stevo. Purchase one of his books. And with that in mind, this is the Reading Circle. So I do have something to read for you all when we come back from the break right here. So here it is.
Did you ask though? Did you ask about the 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. the secret deal? Oh, don't be moving too fast though. Walk right in like you already know. Walk in chill like what's the deal? They might smile like it's real. Oh, it's real. No live signs, no big display. But the ones who ask get blessed that day. Try and save while you look fly too. Whole outfit got a vibrant new. Don't be shy. Just ask one time. You might walk out feeling extra fine. Friend restless. Wait, you didn't ask? Did you ask though? Don't miss out. 2 p.m., 5 p.m. flow. Every day made it count stove. Now you know.
Absolutely hoping that more people will become authors. And with that in mind, here is today's, um, shall we say, vocabulary word as a literary device called personification. What if the wind could whisper, the sun could smile, or a book could invite you into another world? This is personification. That is the power of personification, a literary device that gives human feelings, actions, or qualities to animals, objects, nature, and ideas. So know that MICPT Reading Circle podcast, we explore various types of literary devices. And just know in the fantasy books, there's great use of personification, as you know, and as well as fables. So, with that in mind, it helps to make the stories more memorable, emotional, and just more vivid. Absolutely. And like Dr. Steve was one of the questions in the back of his book, it asks about imagination. So just think about that. And today I have something else that's a little bit more serious as we turn the page here. This is about grant writing. And so I know there's a plethora of people that are writing grants. So I want to incorporate the community of people that I've been talking to as well and invite them to the reader circle because they are authors as well. So, but today I'm going to read. It's from the one and only book by Nancy Burke Smith and E. Gabriel Works, literally WORKS, and it's entitled The Complete Book of Grant Writing. And it wants you to learn to write grants like a professional. So actually, I really was going to start chapter 6 just because, but I will think of make this part of a series because we should, as a collective unit, we should be working toward a project as well. Okay, so just want to give you an overview about this book. It is. It has actually 13. Yes, it has 13 chapters, and I just want to give you an overlook about this book as well. And it was published in 2012. And sometimes there is fun activities taking place here on the computer, what we call technology sometimes, you know. So with that in mind, just to tally that information. And sometimes it's really nice to listen to somebody else read. And if you're tuned in here, that may be the case, or it may simply be about the fact that you enjoy learning something new. And every day is a new day for learning, as you know. So I'll put these chapters inside the description as well, but know that it'd be about grant makers and grant seekers, reactive grant seeking, proactive grant seeking, thoughtful planning before you write information, the 5 core components of every grant proposal, beyond the basics, the grant writing craft, individualizing your proposals by type of project, grant writing in different fields of nonprofit practice, while you wait. Chapter 11, that's what that's about. While you wait. Chapter 12, yes or no. And then chapter 13, professional grant writing. All right. And if you're like me, sometimes we want to know how many pages are in the book. And especially if you're a serial author, you're thinking about how many pages do you want this book to be. And so you can move on to the next book or what have you. When you want to know when you want to break in your series and channel that energy into another book. So I just want you to know it says that about the author starts on page 309. And of course, we'll do it in chunks. We won't be reading the whole chapter per Reading Circle podcast. And just today, I just wanted to introduce the book, but at the same time, it is a reading circle. I'm going to read the introduction today. Okay, and then we'll pick up with the chapter one next time. All right, so making sure here you are here. Absolutely. So, this book may be the first of its kind, a collaborative effort between an experienced grant writer and an experienced grant maker developed to provide views, tips, and information from both sides of the grant seeking experience. From it, you will learn the difference between what we call reactive and proactive grant seeking. In the former case, responding to requests for proposals, in the latter, actively searching for matches between potential funders and nonprofit applicants. You'll learn who makes grants and how, where to find funding opportunities, and how to design and complete the grant writing process through both of these approaches. We show you the five core components of grant proposals: an abstract, statement of problem, project description, evaluation plan, and budget narrative. And you'll learn the intricacies of developing each one. In addition, we point out a dozen or more other components you may encounter in your grant seeking and provide samples and tips for developing your response. Because we believe that all good writing is grounded in a deep understanding of one's audience, we share with you the funder's view through the book, throughout the book. What makes grants compelling to funders? What are the red flags and non negotiable issues? How do they make decisions? And how do you develop professional relationships with funders? We have included more than 20 samples demonstrating every form of writing a grant writer may be asked to compose: grant proposals, pre proposals, concept papers, letters of inquiry, interagency agreements, support letters, media releases, and progress reports. Hmm. Two entire chapters are dedicated to annotated sample proposals, one illustrating different types of grants requests, and a second showcasing writing for different types of nonprofit organizations. Finally, we share important lessons on what to do when you are funded and what to do when you are not. The closing chapter discusses grant writing as a career. We leave it to you to choose your path. Write grants as a concerned volunteer, as a consultant, as an executive director, as a fundraiser, or as a project manager. However, you use what you've learned, you will be writing grants like a professional. And there's one portion here in a grayed out area. It's entitled Grant Writing and Fundraising, Making the Distinction. People who write grants, especially if they are employees of a nonprofit organization, often have several job duties, including fundraising. While grant writing and fundraising are complementary, they are very different processes and they are about very different relationships. A grant writer seeks grant making prospects that will be a good fit for an organization and the work it is doing. Successful grants become contractual work through which the grantee may build a relationship with the grantor. Similarly, a good grant writer may gain respect from the grantor on the basis of his or her grant writing expertise and an organization's performance on the contract. It is a left brain or business type relationship. A fundraiser seeks prospects who will become donors. These prospects could include grant makers. A fundraiser often develops right brain or more informal relationships with potential donors. At their best, fundraisers engage donors by helping them experience the power of philanthropy through the nonprofit organization and the work that it does. While data are not unimportant, building strong relationships with these donors is far less contractual and far more iterative than building relationships developed through a grant. In this book, we have separated the roles of grant writer and fundraiser to focus on the specific skills and expertise needed for writing successful grants. The amount of fundraising resources and classes dwarfs the resources for grant writers, which is why we have chosen to focus on grant writing here. Dig. All right, so until next time, the reading will be about chapter 1, grant makers and grant seekers. And it will define those questions like what is a grant, what is a grant proposal, who qualifies for grants, and we'll read about who writes grants, what do grants fund, and lastly, it will summarize the two approaches to grant seeking before we get to chapter 2. So it's like the 4 pages there. All right, a little bit longer than an introduction for the next time. All right, everybody. Well, this has been the MICPT Reading Circle podcast. And once again, shout out to the one and only Dr. Steve-O. Yeah, and his new book, The Box. All right, so the video about the box will be in the description area on this podcast, MICPT Reading Circle podcast. All right, so just check that out shortly. Thank you so much. This is on the channel of MICPT, Channel 12 Compton. So if you're listening to or finding out about this link from another platform, please know that the home page is MICPT Channel 12 Compton, and I also have the one and only Spreaker, and there's a have a radio station there on Spreaker, and the podcast is definitely entitled the same. Let me double check. Absolutely, MICPT Reading Circle. Yes, on Spreaker. All right. Well, go to work. Everybody have a great time. Thank you once again for tuning in. And if you have any suggestions for questions for the comments area, please share. And that way we can have a more engaging time frame here as well, because I will address those comments in the top of the show going forward. All right. So until next time, thank you again. Have a great time.
Welcome to the city of dreams and grind, where stories echo through every street sign, crafted with the hustle breathing in each line. Compton spirit is one of a kind. We paint the murals with colors so bright, every block a canvas in the daylight. From beats that drop to rhymes that ignite, showing the world what we write. Made in Compton, hear the anthem roar. Talents and pride pouring out the store. We lift each other up forevermore. Made in Compton, that's what we're here for. Entrepreneurs rise with the morning sun, ideas blossoming with second to none, turning visions into gold, we just begun. Compton's making moves, no need to run. We celebrate a heritage rich and deep, in every rhythm, every dream we keep. From the hills to the valleys we leap, Compton's awakening from a race. Compton, hear the anthem roar. Talent and pride pouring out the store. We lift each other up forever. Made in Compton, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. celebrate a heritage rich and deep. In every rhythm, every dream we keep. From the hills to the valleys we leap. Compton's awakening from a restless sleep. Made in Compton, hear the anthem roar. Talent and pride pouring out the store. We lift each other up forevermore. Made in Compton,